If you sell high ticket over the phone, I'm going to explain to you exactly how you can get more call bookings, close more deals, and increase your cash collected, all by using ads. It's the same thing that I've used to personally collect over $1 million in cash, not just for myself, but I've helped dozens of other businesses, coaches, course creators, SaaS companies, marketing agencies get to seven and multi seven figures, all by using the same ads and funnel. So the first thing that we want to understand is, well, what's the funnel that we want to use? For those of you that are new to the funnel, and you may get higher quality, but the issue is you have low intent. What do I mean by that? You may end up having people that end up buying something from you for 27 bucks, 97 bucks, 170 bucks, but they're really the kind of people that are going to be good for that product. It's hard to ascend these people into something higher ticket that you may be able to sell them over the phone. It can happen eventually, but if we're talking about right now, we're talking about making sales as soon as in the next 3 days, 7 days. So how all these funnels work is that generally you have an ad, right? Now the ad in these cases is going to take you to, IG, or it's going to take you to some like ClickFunnels page where you can sell them on some low ticket thing. But what I'm suggesting over here is you take them straight, okay, and on this page and a sub, and then you're going to have some testimonials over here right at the bottom, okay? These work really well because, again, the intent is high, the quality is high, and the volume can be high as well. The VSL takes it really a step further because what it does is it puts a video on the page and it summarizes essentially who you are, what you do, why it's important to the person you're speaking to, what pain points it resolves, and why it's important to act now. And so therefore, when people go through this and then they book, right, via the Calendly, they end up being really qualified. It's not like if they come through here and then go straight to the calendar, they're not qualified. They can be. That's where your headline is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting. But if you look at your total addressable market over here as this triangle, and you see the people that are the most aware, the people that are the most ready to buy, it's going to be this segment of the audience, right? And it's always going to be that there's less of them. If you look at the tip or the apex of the triangle, your market, there's less of them out there. So generally, those are the kind of people that are going to opt in. It's the people that are the most aware, that are the most ready to do something. With the VSL, you can target a wider segment of the audience. So now we'll talk about the actual ads that are going to go to this funnel. It's very important to understand. Let's firstly go over the close or the call to action. I'll do that first. Tap to see if you qualify. Video. That's going to be your call to action. Okay, so that's the call to action section. Now let's talk more so about the hook. When we think about our hook, we want to think about some visual element, some verbal element that we're using, or a combination of the two that we're using to ultimately have people stop and want to view and engage with and consume the advertisement that you have. So in many ways, the hook is the most important part of any ad. Okay, especially if you're running a video ad, it's the first sort of 3 to 10 seconds. And what you want to do in these 3 to 10 seconds is you want to make sure that you capture their attention. And what captures attention usually? You have elements of intrigue, you have elements of shock, and then you also want to make sure you have an identity call out. Okay, identity call out is simply saying, hey, moms, hey, single moms, hey, single moms of 2 kids, hey, business owners, but more specifically, hey, roofing contractors, or more specifically, hey, roofing contractors that are doing 1 to 2 jobs a day that want to ramp that up to 5 or more jobs a day. It's a very specific call out that we're making because you and I both know that if we look at our target demographic of who we work with, there's levels to it. Like, I don't work with complete beginners in the world of ads. I only work with businesses that are doing at least $25,000, and that's where I'll start with coaching or consulting. I won't even do any done for you. In order for them to qualify for anything done for you related, they got to be at least a 7-figure company. Most of my clients are doing 8 figures that I do done for you work with, but nonetheless, you want to make sure that your identity call out is not as basic as just, oh, doctors making over $25,000 a month. Check this ad out. Because what's going to end up happening is that you're going to attract a whole bunch of the people that aren't doing $25,000 as a doctor, and they want to know what the doctors that are making $25,000 a month are doing. Maybe I should check out this ad. Maybe I should check out this website so I too can make that kind of money. So you don't want to have a very simplistic call out, but this is actually very important, right? Intrigue and shock. Okay, so how can you invoke these things? Right, so you want to make sure that in a hook, you're addressing some element of your promise, which is a part of the product that you're selling, that you're offering, the promise of your offer, the transformation that they're going to go through, or you want to lead more so with the problem that they may be facing. So I'll give you an example. A promise would be, chiropractors, I'm going to flood your practice with 20 to 30 new patients every single month, and you don't have to do anything except for just call them into your office, consult, and collect the check. I take care of running the ads, generating the leads, calling the leads, qualifying the leads, booking the leads, reminding them to show up to the actual appointment, and I'll do it on a pay-per lead basis. So that means you have no risk up front. All the risk is on me because I'm that confident that this is going to produce. It's very like promise heavy. It's very offer heavy, meaning there's no fluff, right? It just goes directly into it. A problem ad would be something along the lines of, do you ever walk into your clinic and notice that you only have a handful of patients in the waiting room, when really you want every single seat, every single chair in your waiting room to be full? In fact, you want people to be waiting outside, which would make you wonder, maybe I should start up another location. If that's you, but what you've been facing is a lack of inflow because you've tried XYZ, you haven't been able to succeed because there's just so much out there, it's unclear on what kind of ads you should run, yada, 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 then give me a second over here. And then you get into, again, your actual offer. I'm going to get you 20 to 30 patients every single month, pay per lead. I'm going to generate the lead, qualify the lead, book them in, make sure they show up. You just do the consult, right? Every ad that starts off with the problem is going to eventually ascend to the promise. Okay, so that's our hook. All right, 3 to 10 seconds is more of a minimum, but truthfully, when you're going for more of a problem style ad, while yes, the 3 to 10 seconds of your ad visually, verbally need to stop the scroll, it's really, a hook can even be like 1.5 minutes. There's no rule over here. A lot of people think a hook is just like a few seconds, but that's not true. So here's what we do with the hook. Here's what we do with the call to action. And then what do we do with the body of our ad? Well, the body of our ad, it really gets into the offer, right? And the offer is essentially the solution to their problems. It's going to take them from where they are now to where they want to be. It's going to be the big outcome that they're going to get. Like at the end of your program, by working with you directly, what are they tangibly going to see? What is the biggest, boldest claim that you could possibly make that is backed up by real world evidence and results of what you've been able to do for your clients? That is inherently going to be your offer. All right, so you talk about the outcome, and then you're going to talk about your unique selling proposition. Okay, what is it that is your secret sauce? What is it that you do that's different? What is it that you know that no one else knows? What are your credentials? Who have you worked with? Right? You're going to get into testimonials over here as well. I'm just going to put a T over there. And you're really just going to break down for them that, look, I'm someone that can be trusted. I'm someone that knows what I'm talking about. And I know I can help you too if you've dealt with this problem that we just talked about in the hook. So all I need you to do is tap to see if you qualify. Then they go to the Simple Quiz funnel. or tap to watch the video that explains exactly how I've been able to do XYZ for all these other clients of mine and how it may work for you too. So you don't sell the product on these ads. You don't do any of that. You're just selling the next step, which is tap to see if you qualify or watch the video. All right? So this is it for this training over here. If you want more support from me one-on-one, tap the link in the description or the comment over here. Join the Skool community. I'll be more than happy to chat with you a little bit more on how we can help you implement this, either one-on-one or done for you.